Welcome back. Conservative censorship on social media. Acting Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Mark Morgan's Twitter account was locked out after tweeting a message that said, "Walls work." Twitter said the tweet violated platform rules on discrimination against race, ethnicity, and country of nationality. This comes one day after big tech executives were grilled on Capitol Hill over censorship. Joining me right now, the man himself, Acting Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Mark Morgan. Commissioner, this is absolutely outrageous. The arrogance to lock out your account because you mentioned the border wall a day after they just testified on this very issue. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, Marie, you're absolutely right. And this is what I've been saying. American people should be paying attention to this because this should absolutely scare them. Think about it. A powerful, large social media organization like Twitter, because my opinion doesn't align with their agenda, they're going to lock me out and censor that. Look, that just goes against the founding constitutional principles of this country. It's just un-American.
It absolutely is. So what happened? They came back and said, "Oh, we're sorry, it was a mistake," when you called them out on it.
Yeah, hey, look, that is. Exactly, Mary, that doesn't pass a straight face test. Look, we appealed right away, and immediately they came back and said, no, your appeal is denied. But American people stood up. It went viral. It went national. It was only after that then they finally came out and said, oh, wait, we made a mistake, and they unlocked my account. They've never told me what the mistake was. But, Maria, let's be clear. Here's what they are trying to censor. I've been very clear and vocal that this president has given us the tools like the wall system, as well as a network of policies that effectively address the illegal migration crisis that we experienced last year. And I've also been vocal on the critics that want to undo their policies, will undo all of that, and that will open our borders and create another massive illegal migration crisis. That is the truth. That's the fact that they want to shut down.
Yeah, so let's talk facts here on protecting America's border. Immigration and Customs Enforcement announced that the arrest of more than 100 illegal immigrants following a 5-day operation. Commissioner, the majority of those arrested have prior convictions or they have criminal charges that are pending. What went on here?
Look, and this is not new. This is happening on a regular basis. And again, your listeners need to understand there's this false narrative out there that's really used to attack, and I think continue the censorship. And the truth that's out there is, look, there are people that illegally enter this country that are decent people, but there are also an incredible amount of people that are not, that are criminals. CBP as a whole, last year we arrested almost 10,000 criminals. The Border Patrol at our border in between the ports arrested over 2,500 criminals, and it ranges from burglars, robberies, rapists, sexual predators, and murderers. It's happening every single day on our borders, and the American people need to understand that, and they need to know the truth of what's happening at our borders.
Oh, I know. I mean, you know that we took the show there, and it was incredible what we saw while we were standing there. People were just crossing the border, and there were children alone. They were in dangerous positions, and I know that there are shakedown artists, cartels right around the border that you have to pass those cartels even before you get to the border. It's really a scary situation. Now, the AP is reporting large numbers of illegal immigrants that are sent out of the U.S. are repeatedly trying to come back in amid the coronavirus pandemic. Mark, how do you stop this? How important is the border wall right now? And where are we in terms of how much border wall has been built?
Yeah, Marie, those are great questions. Right now, we've got just about 400 miles of wall system being built in strategic location. And as promised, we're going to deliver. This president's going to deliver 450 miles of wall system by the end of this calendar year. And it's been a game changer. And look, when COVID hit, we switched from our immigration enforcement to a public health perspective. And again, this administration gave us the tools, that CDC order, that now those entering our borders illegally, we're not bringing them into our country now. We're not bringing them into our congregate settings where they could expose our workforce and the American people. We're processing right on the border, the majority of them within 2 hours, and we're sending them back. That has been an effective containment and mitigation strategy. It has saved countless American lives, and that's a policy that I'm talking about that the president gave us early on was decisive, that has been effective, and we're still using that today.
Yeah, and he was criticized for it. What are the policies that you're expecting in a potential second term for the Trump administration, Commissioner?
Look, his strategy should continue, is that he is going to effectively close the loopholes in our broken immigration system. He's going to put integrity back into the system, and he is going to maintain the end of catch and release. And think, Murray, this is important. In FY19, as we were trying to get the tools and trying to figure this out, is that we released almost 500,000 illegal aliens into this country. We released them because our system was broke. We didn't have the tools. This president gave us the tools. And in FY20, that 500,000 number dropped to 15,000. That's been a game changer. But right now, the policies that are being talked about, they're going to say, Maria, they're going to get rid of all that. That will open up catch and release again. They're going to continue to support sanctuary cities that give protection to illegal aliens. And they're going to go a step further. They're actually going to reward them by giving them free health care. That's outrageous.
Yeah. And you would think that this is an issue that's real important, in particular, to families and suburban women, who we talk so much about. Mark, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much. Mark Morgan joining us.